There is a lot of information in the market, but I want you to make the right decision. And how the hell are you going to make the right decision? The only way is to look at the chart honestly and look for answers. We pick up XRP first. We look at XRP to Bitcoin. We pick up XRP to Ether. We pick up the entire market. Now, I'll break it down as quickly as possible so that you can react to the market before it's too late. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Let's go back to some history, because trouble is you may not understand what I'm saying right now with XRP, other altcoins, if you don't know what I've been saying before and how it played out. Now, I was expecting this particular asset, CAS, to do a drop like this by October, November of that year. That's 2024. Now, keep this in your mind. Look at that chart, understand what it shows, and let's bring up CAS here. It is important in my humble opinion. I'll actually pull CAS here, and you need to ask the question, is the time horizon same? Does the chart look same? Yeah, this is what you have to think. I'm going back, I'm showing you what I was thinking. The idea of the price bouncing back, it happened. The idea of the price going down, it happened. But it took more time than I anticipated. But my question is, was that the top? And if it was, how did I call that as a top, saying it will drop? Why? Because the price now stands 64% below that top and 60% below my call. This is the history. Now, on the price action side, macro, to say get the out of the market, I was right. Yeah, it was the top. Fine. If you took the profit there, you kind of had an idea, okay, we did good. We kind of took the top, we moved out of that asset. Now, what are the reasons? You need to now look at this reason and then go back into other altcoins and XRP to make the judgment. One, you had a trend line here, which was not looking like a promising one because it was a rising wedge. It's usually a bearish pattern. Two, the price action was going to the upside, while the RSI was saying no, the big guys are selling. Retail came back in, they tried to push it up, they failed. And you can see the failure. Now, look at this region where the price action was showing you that I am going back up. And then boom, it went back down. Now, on a monthly chart, CAS does give you an idea, saying, guys, watch and learn. This is the region which I was showing you that it is a support. But now the market is saying I broke that to the downside. Okay, cool. Did we get a monthly candle close yet? No. Is this confirmed yet? No. Fine. Now let's go to XRP. This is XRP on a weekly with the negative divergence. Clean and clear. This is XRP Bitcoin on a weekly with negative divergence. Price going up, RSI going down. This is XRP Ether with negative divergence. Now, in all of these regions, one thing is common. You have the 1, you have the 2, you have the 3. Now we go to the other side. You have the 1, you have the 2, you have the 3. We talked about all this while we were playing this out. Now go back in history. This is XRP to Bitcoin. You had the 1, you had the 2, you had the 3. After which you dropped 60%. What was the time duration, right? Pick the top. What's it? It's 17th May towards 26th July. Now that's XRP to Bitcoin. You move on to XRP to USD, which matters for us, and pick the same time horizon. What do you see here? That same week from 17th May, okay, 17th May is here. Yeah, good. To this end, the market made a 69% drop. So XRP to Bitcoin, it was 60. XRP to USD was 69%. Why? Yeah. You will have to look at the Bitcoin dominance at the same time. That was holding up and slowly grinding higher. That's why alts dropped more than Bitcoin. Fine. Now, does it matter if you have short-term move up? If you didn't sell a lot, it does matter. I agree. But then the argument is, what are you trying to achieve here? There should be two things. One, this was your region, the range. You broke that to the downside. Fine. You tried, you failed, you broke that to the downside. Now, if you do retest this and get rejected, oh, on a macro, that's a bearish flag. That's like the ABC and then the continuation to the downside. Fine. Fine. Perfect. Now, if you didn't sell here, and no one told you to do that, you may want to sell something here. Yeah, 2.9. But remember, when we were coming back up from that 1.7, I told guys, watch 2.7, 2.9. That's a good range. It came up to 2.8. I'm like, someone in the SI family was from exchange. They were not allowing you guys to sell at 2.9. That's why I immediately said, guys, I'm pulling from 2.9, putting it at 2.7, selling here. We did that. Perfect. The price then dropped. Think about it. From that 2.7 local top, you're already down 15-16%. So understand the argument. On a short-term note, you may get a bounce. But what are the odds of that? If the macro is saying no, but no, it's about to jump back down, right? The macro here, as you can see, broke to the downside. The moving average. Now, historically speaking, you know where the bottom is. We already did all those analysis. We already went through some member-only videos, and now here you are on a monthly chart. The monthly is where I'm like, okay, we may have one more leg upside because the history says so. You may come back up to do this to make a negative divergence on a monthly. I want that to happen. Perfect. But my question is, how much will we drop before that happens? So history comes back in. The first leg was what? The first leg was 70% down. The next leg was what? The next leg here was 80% down. Okay, let's put that 70 to 80% down. Where should we reach? 1.5, 1.3? You understand that? So even from the current point, it is saying that means around a 50% drop is still possible from where we are now. So the micro drops in here, once you get weekly negative divergence, should be used for what? Scaling out. This is what I believe. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm willing to go with that decision in my mind because I believe you're doing the A, the B, the C before you start the ding, ding, ding to the downside. Because you saw the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was crazy. How crazy is going to be the next 5? I don't know. But do I think it's going to come back down to this range at least? Yes. Do I think it's going to attract more panic? Yes. Now, let's go into this side and think what the majority is doing. You need to keep this in your mind because when the majority goes into extreme fear, yeah, that's a good time to buy. It was greed and extreme greed. It became neutral to fear. So now people are getting into fear. They are starting to sell. But not everyone sold. So the whales will actually try to kick everyone out before they do something big. Now, we all understand Bitcoin decides what the market does, and this is monthly Bitcoin chart. Monthly Bitcoin chart giving you two structures here is kind of something you should pay attention to. Negative divergence. On a weekly, when you jump onto the Bitcoin side of the equation, you kind of get to see the same structure. I don't want to extend this video much longer, but understand when the MACD crosses to the downside, they usually have a bounce. Not a huge one, but still something, and then drop. So if you get that before this ABC structure goes for this C leg, use it for your advantage. If you then scale out, guys, the market may give you some opportunity. I want you to make the right decision to get out from the market at that point. Yeah, you can put sell orders, you can do whatever you want, but if you're a busy individual, now the question is, what are you willing to risk for that 20% upside? But if your average is so low, then this question becomes like, okay, it's not 20% for you. If your average is 0.29, that's going back to 10x rather than an 8x. Yeah, that matters a lot for you. That's why I'm trying to give you this idea and the narrative which the market is showing on a short-term structure. Now, on a medium to macro structure, you don't have a 3-day confirmation saying I'm building bullish divergence. It's there. I don't have a confirmed bullish divergence. That is the trouble, right? So we're waiting for such a thing to come in. We're waiting for the weekly, because the weekly confirming negative divergence usually pulled back up like this. Can it do that? Maybe it is going to do that. And if it does, consider that as a huge opportunity. I mean, that opportunity is going to be something which you should use if you haven't scaled out. Now, the trouble is, meanwhile, say some of these assets, do I like it? I don't eat it, right? But it's at a macro support saying I'm reaching there, I'm retesting that. If that guy bounces, how much should he bounce to reach the resistance? 50%? Close to it? Fine. Is that something big? Bigger than XRP? Oh, okay. Oh, you're fighting XRP. No, I'm not. I've been holding on this asset, and you look at my channel, it's completely XRP for like last 5 years plus. Now, it's time where you make the right decision. It's time where you make the right judgment. And it's time where you decide who to trust. It's up to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed and you hit the like button already. And if you didn't, consider that, because if you're not in the market and not understanding these kind of things at the right time, be a part of the Scientific Investor family and make sure you get to see all this when everyone else, including those with 100, 200, 300,000 followers, were saying on this asset back then, it's about to boom, go to the sky. Watch, it was only the SI, Danny, Dr. D, who told you, watch, it has a negative divergence. I trust negative divergence because whales exit like that. Do I go against it? No yet. Why should I? Maybe I'm wrong, but I won't. So that's it for today, guys. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.